new eyes with this, new eyes with this. No, the battery. No, the card got full that I was using, so I just had to go into another one. So that's why we have a new eye look. I have on the Paleo palette from Dede Cosmetics. I told you I was going to the, what is it, Polish and Beauty Expo here in Chicago. So when I went to that, I ended up getting to see Dede Cosmetics in person. I got to see all the palettes in person. I got to swatch all the highlighters and anything else I wanted to in person. And I ended up just getting the bundle of palettes and some of the fruit lighters that I had wanted to get for a while, but I didn't want to order them online. I was hoping they'd have the bundle there at the place, but they didn't. But so I'm doing my eye looks with the palette, so I have on the first palette now. So don't be surprised if I pop back in with a different eye look for you all to see. But hopefully I'll have a thumbnail showing all three of them and all that good stuff there. But if not, I will have a vlog coming of me going to the event and what I purchased and what I got and all that. So you'll see that another time as well. But back to this setting spray, girl. So yeah, it was not giving. I was not living. I was not a fan of the setting spray, y'all. I was just kind of like, it was just meh. And I was just like, okay, I don't. So I personally don't recommend it. It's cute if you just wanted to have an accessory from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air collection to sit around, but I figured you can find something else as an accessory to get. You don't have to get this. I have not been impressed with the setting spray from this brand yet, but at least it doesn't have that harsh sprayer on it that it originally had. It has a nice softer mist on it. If you all remember the Rick and Morty collection, that sprayer on there was horrible. It had a cool container that it was in, because I think it's supposed to be like a, I think they call those beakers, don't quote me. I feel like it was supposed to be in a beaker where you could spray it like a setting spray, and this one is supposed to be like a graffiti can, which again, they do great with the packaging. It's really cute, but the formula inside for setting spray, I don't know what it is, but they can't make a setting spray for me, because this is the second one I've tried and this one was mediocre as well. Plus, I don't feel like they make them to be mattifying. I feel like they just make them for like normal to dry skin, and having oily combination skin and not having a mattifying setting spray ain't gonna cut it either. So that's why this isn't cutting it for me, but to each his own. You know, do what you do. But you know, you ain't gonna get to do it with me, because I want no parts of it, thank you. So I guess I'll just talk about the other thing in that collection, because that wasn't the first thing in this collection. Now this is just more of a preference thing, because it's not necessarily that the product is bad. It's just more, I'm into more less glittery highlighters, and if they are glittery, I want them to have like a nice metallic underneath them. And I feel like this was just a lot of a glitter bomb. So this is the Fresh Prince California Fresh Highlighter. Again, the packaging is cute, looks like a license plate, and I think this one in the middle shifts to like a green to gold. This is a nice peach, and then you have like this purplish pink shade. I just wasn't a fan of how glittery these are. I mean, I do have some other glittery highlighters in my collection. I rarely use those as well, but I don't know what it was about these. I just felt like it was like glitter bomb city, let it be all over your face and everywhere else, and I'm not necessarily a fan of that formula, so I just had to put this one in here. I feel like there are other glittery highlighters I like better, like the one I have on. I have on two of the fruit lighters that I just talked about from Cleone on my face. So this side I have Crisp is the apple one, and then Juicy, which is the orange one. As you can see, these blend better inside my skin too. So it's not so much even like the fact that it's glittery, it's the fact that I feel like some of the shades just wouldn't necessarily work for me. If you're into fun glittery highlighters, I feel like it would be nice for you, but it's just not for me. So don't be surprised if you see this pop up in the Mercari page, because I'm just not necessarily feeling it too much. You might find it on Mercari. Matter of fact, let me stick her in the Mercari stack right here. It's a stack to the side. It's just for Mercari. So after this video is over, okay? Because this is not it. It's just not it. What else do I have? So let's get into some blush, bronzer, highlighter things. So matter of fact, I'll just get this whole collection out the way that I bought, because I was disappointed in this collection, and it makes me want to buy less from this particular brand, because they used to be my drugstore brand, but I'm just kind of like now. So this is a collection from LA Girl. So I did a video on it, but you never got to see the video. You saw me try this one and this one in the video, but I did a whole collection video where I tried all these and this eyeshadow palette, and it just wasn't it. I don't know what they're doing to change their formula right now, but I'm not feeling it. Like, their original formula to me was so much better than whatever this is. I know times are hard and the economy's bad, and maybe they have to like change their formula to cut down on the price point of stuff in order to like make more stuff. But it's like, if that's what you gotta do, then I don't want to buy no more eyeshadow palettes from you. So this is what it looks like to me. It just reminds me kind of a poor man's what's that palette, the Mercury Retrograde from Huda. That's the vibe it gave me. So I was like, maybe a Mercury Retrograde dupe from Ulta Beauty. But no, honey, the formula on this is terrible. I feel like I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I think I saw one person use it. I'm trying to remember what her name is on here. She always talks about her Cafecito, and I think her name is like, what is her name? Katrina. She has her own lash company, but I don't remember what her channel's name is at this moment. I know she does a lot of drugstore videos, and she did a nice look with this, but I was like, I don't want to have to work that hard, especially when I have so many eyeshadow palettes. So this was a letdown for me, for real. And y'all know I love this brand, but I was just like, So at the end of the year, this is just gonna go to my cousins because I can't even be bothered. Same thing with these. My issue is this looks too like glowy and kind of ashy on people my skin tone. At first I liked it, but then I was like, the longer I wore it, I was like, it just looks ashy. And then it's like this puttyish type formula that doesn't sit down, so I still have to put something else on top of it. I feel like it dried down a little bit, but it didn't dry down enough for someone like me with oily combination skin. It would be okay for it to sit on the skin. It's not that cream to like powder, in my personal opinion. Same thing with the highlighter, but my issue with the highlighter mainly is because it looks really like the silvery ashy thing, and then they only had like one shade for each one, so it's like you're catering to a certain demographic. But I guess because you came with a pastel eyeshadow palette, I guess you feel like other skin tones that need products like this or whatever. I don't know, but I know it's one color of each one of these, which I thought was weird because I'm like, if it's supposed to be a whole collection, shouldn't there be like more colors that work with all your followers' skin tones? Because y'all do that with the concealers and the complexions and all that other stuff. So like, why are we slacking when it comes to this collection? Is it because of limited edition? Is it because we didn't expect it to sell well? It's like, what was the reason that we didn't come up with as much? So this was too ashy and had like that silvery effect, like the new L'Oreal highlighter I tried recently that I was not a fan of. And then this one, it just doesn't dry down the way I feel like it should, and there's not enough color. So let me swatch it so you can see what I'm talking about, because I feel like, see, like it's this really putty like consistency. And although it feels like a cream to powder, like it's just too light for some of my skin tone, in my personal opinion, to do anything with. So it actually is drying down to a pretty like nice powdery finish, but it's just really light and ashy. And it's like, if I gotta put other stuff with stuff in order to make it work, that's not it. And the highlighter, it's like one of the iridescent dewy ones, and then it has like an undertone that doesn't work for everyone's skin tone, so it just gives off the really silverish gray look on anyone who doesn't have, anyone who does have melanin in their skin. So that's why it was a fail for me. So this is the blush. It doesn't look that bad on camera, but I feel like in real life it looks really ashy and powdery on the face. And then the highlighter, as you can see, it looks okay on camera, but again, in real life I feel like it just gives off a silver hue, of which I don't like on my skin tone. So again, these are things that's like, I'm just like, I wish y'all had made more colors so that more people had a chance to try it, not just a certain demographic you decided should buy this collection. But you know, teach his own. So this, I might throw this one away just because I feel like it's really putty and soft like, and I don't know if my cousins want that. The highlighter I'll let them try out and see, but with this one, just because of the type of formula it is, see how it has like a dip right there from where I like swatched it for you all just now. You see that? Yeah, like that little dip going on there. It doesn't stay flat in the pan once you start moving it around, and I don't want anything to happen to them just because I was trying to be nice and give them some makeup. So that one I think I might actually have to throw away, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling that whole collection. But now let's get back to like the order in which I was showing this stuff. So this setting spray from Juvia's Place, I was so excited about this, but it let me down. I don't feel like it sets my face very well. I don't know if it's just supposed to be a normal setting spray, because I heard it's supposed to be mattifying, but I don't feel like it does anything to mattify your skin, to be perfectly honest. Like, I feel like it's just an everyday normal setting spray for like dry and normal skin. If you have oily combination skin or just oily skin, comment down below and tell me how you use this, because I'm like, I don't find that it works for me in the traditional sense as a setting spray. I usually use it as a spray to like press in my powders and stuff prior to putting on the rest of my makeup, because I'm like, otherwise I don't feel like this does anything for me, y'all. Like, I'm not even in front. I don't feel like it does anything or holds a candle or helps in any way. I'm happy to report I don't have a whole bunch of eyeshadow palettes to put in this video, y'all, because I was concerned. I normally feel like I have more of those, but I feel like I have more face products than I do that, believe it or not. So as sad as it is, I'm excited not to have a whole bunch of eyeshadow palettes. So let's see. I do have a couple of lip products though. One of them I was shocked about, but I think I'm really feeling like I just got a bad batch of the one I'm thinking about, or the one that I'm going to show you, because I'm like, I just feel like as a general I don't have issues with these brands, so this brand, so that's why I feel like I just got a bad batch of something. It is not it. So next I have to talk about, I actually have a couple of Natasha Denona things in here. I know, right? Who am I? But I have the My Mini Dream Glow Blush. I just feel like this is just like the original one. It's too ashy. Like, it's ashy. This one is ashy on the face. It's a new one. It's ashy on the face. So don't be surprised if you see this on my Mercier as well. I think I used it one time in that video for you all just to like see. Because I was like, well, maybe it'll go good with the bigger one, since the bigger one, I feel like the bigger one works a little bit better than this because it has a cream and a powder. It's like I can put a powder on top of the cream and make it work. But with this one, I just felt like it didn't work for my skin tone at all. It made it look too light and too ashy, and I didn't like it at all. So don't be surprised if you catch this on my Mercier one day soon, because I was not impressed with it. Since I put it in this video already, I feel like it's okay to, you know, declutter it now. Some of this other stuff I might just end up doing that too, because I have to go see one of my cousins. I think it's next Saturday, and I don't want to have all this stuff sitting in the house when I know I can just take it to her house and she can do something with it. The next Natasha Denona product I have is the Natasha Denona Hygiene Skincare Infused Glow Beautifier. So I guess I just don't like the way I use this product. Maybe this is supposed to be like a highlighter, or you're supposed to be able to use it as like a glow from within product, kind of like, you know, the what is it, the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Tilbury. But my whole thing is like, I feel like it just makes me look greasy when I put it underneath my foundation, and then when I put it on top, I feel like I don't have enough glow in it, and then when I add highlighter, I still feel like it just gives a little to no glow. So I just feel like I haven't figured out how to use this product. So that's why I personally don't like it, because I'm like, what do you do with it? When I try to put it on beforehand, I feel like I just look oily when I put my foundation on top. Then when I use it as a highlighter, then I feel like it doesn't give enough glow, or because of the way it sits on the skin, it just looks greasy. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Maybe I should just use it as like body makeup, like across my chest and stuff when I go out and want to look extra like, you know, highlighted and glow from within. Then maybe I can mix it with some lotion or something to make it work that way, because otherwise I don't really see myself using this. And since it's Natasha Denona, we know it's not cheap, so it's kind of just like, I feel like I'm stuck with a thing that I don't really like that much, and it's kind of expensive. So I don't know, but I was not impressed with that. Next, I feel like no one should be surprised about this. I told you all going into this, I felt like I wasn't gonna like this that much because I don't like one of the products that goes with it. Kind of like people don't like his cream foundation that goes with his powder, and they want him to sell the powder separately. I would prefer him to sell the highlight powder separately from this highlighter, sorry, the Major Glow Highlighting Duo. I don't like the cream in here. I didn't like the cream in here when he put it in the volume 2 Major Glow or Major Dimension blush palette for the holidays, and I don't like it in here either. Like, I don't know what it is about this, but I hate this glow product that he puts in here with these. Like, just sell the highlighter powder on its own and keep the glow thing in the jar, because I'm like, when I have oily combination skin, I already look oily after a certain amount of time. The last thing I need to do is put a creamy gel thing on top of it. So I like the highlighter just fine. I thought the highlighter looked fine. It's just more of, I wish he would sell it separately, which is why it's in here. But otherwise, I feel like it's fine. It's just, I'm gonna need you to put this highlighter separately. I don't appreciate you trying to force me to buy both these things, but certain people feel like that about the foundation and the powder too, and he still does it. So I doubt my prayers are gonna be answered. He usually listens to his consumers, but I feel like on certain things he doesn't. Maybe in the future he'll sell them separately if he gets enough demand for them, but I feel like he's just gonna keep them together because he already has a whole bunch of those components, and it's easier to sell it that way, and it cuts down on cost for him. So that's just how I see it. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but, and you know, here's hoping, but I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Next, I have these Essence Baby Got Blush liquid blushes. First of all, I feel like the shades of these aren't as dark as they look, and that's the first thing that upset me. If you all saw my video, then you know I was pissed because I was like, this isn't that dark. Once I put it on my face, in spite of it looking dark, it was, honey, it was not. It was not. Like, on, I know on my hand it looks somewhat dark, but I'm telling you, on my face, it was a completely different story. If you've seen my video on, you know, Essence duping everyone, hopefully I got a thumbnail over here, I talked about how it looked deeper in the pan, and you know, they do major saturations on Essence products online, if you all did not know. So I feel like when you see it in person right here, see, it doesn't look as dark as it looked in that container. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know, on the face it wasn't giving that much depth. I feel like if you put like a berry tone blush on top of it, it'll give you depth, but when I blended it out on the face, these blend away to almost nothing, and then they dry down really quickly. So remember I told y'all how the Flower Beauty contour and highlighter dry down as soon as you put them on. You have to put them in small sections to work it out. This formula is the same way, which is why I don't like it. I'm like, you put it on and 5 seconds later it starts to dry down before you get a chance to buff it in. So it's like wherever you put it, you got to start buffing immediately, and I don't like having to work that quickly in sections on my face. I'm used to, like, you know, the Giorgio Armani's and their Rare Beauty type formulas where it's like you put it on and then you can shear it out and take some time. But I just feel like they have a limited shade range, which is disappointing with the blush and the highlighter does the same thing. So their highlighter and blushes do the same thing. They dry down really quickly, and I personally wasn't a fan, so that's why I'm telling you that this product sucks to me. In addition to there only being 3 shades, and you know, this being the darkest of the 3. So there's that too. Now the pink one might be better and universal to work for everybody, but I tried to pick like the deepest one they had to see if it would work on me, then it would work on people of deeper skin tones. Sometimes I'll buy the darkest one just to see like if it works on me, then maybe it'll work out a little bit better for somebody who's like too much mouth shade or cocoa swatchy shade or Nima Tang, people like that. I feel like if a darker shade works on me, it'll be a little more likely to work on them. I'm not saying that I'm the darkest. I feel like cosmetic companies try to make me be the darkest because I feel like after me they usually don't want to cater to anyone darker than this, which I think is kind of sad. But you know, moving on, the point is that blush sucks, so don't buy it unless you plan on blending it out 5 seconds after you put it on your face. Okay girl, let's get into these lips, because I actually have a lot of lip products, which I'm shocked about, because y'all know me, I usually don't try a lot of lip products, but I found a couple that I thought were going to be dupes and they weren't. I have one I think I bought this year that I just wasn't impressed with. It's supposed to be for your face and your lips, and I'm probably just using it for the face. So let's start off with that one. So I have this Valentino Lip and Blush Liquid, Blur Liquid Matte Color, Lasting High Comfort. So I bought the shade Highway to Plum. It's a nice mauve tone shade. Y'all know I like mauve tone shades on the lips. It's not that I have a thing against mauve tone shades on the eye. I felt like this would be a unique one for the lips, so that's why I wanted to buy it. But the way it blends out, it's like I feel like it goes on streaky when you put it on the lips, and then I feel like it doesn't like fully dry down, and then I feel like it doesn't give that much color when you do put it on the lips. So this is what the color looks like. As you can see, it's a nice color. I feel like if I put it underneath the blush I have on today, it'll work out nicely and it looked nice, but like on the lips I was not a fan of it. It is a comfortable formula, but it just doesn't give enough color for my liking. But I can understand, since you put it on the lips and the face, you want to make sure that it's not too pigmented, so that way when you go to put it on the face that it's not too much pigment involved. So I feel like that's where they fell short with this, because they were more concerned about it not being too pigmented on the face, that it doesn't give enough pigment to the lip. If you like a tinted lip look and then be able to put it on your face as well, I feel like this is a product you would like. But I'm gonna try it on the face and see how I feel about it, because on the lips, honey, it is not it. On the lips, it is not it. I repeat, on the lips, it is not it. New eye look who this, new eye look who this. So I found these 2 lip products sitting next to me on the worst makeup of 2023 right before I got to the end, so I wanted to add them on. But yeah, so I have this Icon Baby from Charlotte Tilbury, and the crazy thing is I loved this lipstick collection from her. This was her Valentine's Day collection, but this one just felt really gritty when I swatched it. Like it had little gritty texture to it. So at first I thought, I was like, maybe it's supposed to be a glitter formula and that's why it was so gritty, but like I didn't hear anybody else saying that theirs is gritty like that. So that's why I was telling you, like, with some of the stuff, I feel like maybe I just got a bad one. I'm like, maybe I got a bad one of this, because I'm telling y'all, I put it on there and it felt like gritty sugar crystals, like I was using a lip scrub as opposed to like using an actual lipstick. So I was like, I don't know what happened with mine, but as you can see, it's a gorgeous color. It's like a gorgeous, nice pink shade of something I would normally wear. It's just, it's really gritty and horrible, and I'm just like, why, God, why? So I don't plan on reaching for it anymore. I thought it was terrible. Next, this one to me is just an overrated thing. For all the other products I have in my collection, I feel like I have way better, but I wanted to try this brand's lip gloss formula, so I feel like you should know who I'm talking about. It's Miss Natasha Denona with her Golden Glimmer Gloss. This is supposed to be her version of a plumping lip gloss, you know, like Charlotte Tilbury has in her collection. But this to me just was a shimmering gloss that did a little bit of plumping. I wasn't like that impressed with it. I thought it would be a good dupe for the one from Desi and Katie's collection, you know, their friend Katie's collection. I thought it was gonna be a good gloss for that, but it turned out to be a big disappointment. It didn't do that great a job. Here is what it looks like. So it did a little bit of plumping. It didn't plump that long, and I don't think it did a substantial amount of plumping to where I would be obsessed with it. I'm gonna keep it in my collection just because, you know, I like to have things on hand from certain brands I review a lot, and her brand is a brand I review a lot, and I'm starting to view a little bit more of Charlotte Tilbury more than I used to, so I'll probably keep that one too, just to have something to reference her brand with here. But I was not impressed with either one of those products. I was very disappointed, especially the gloss from Natasha, because I was hoping I would have a gloss from her that I like, since I feel like she doesn't really come out with glosses and I don't have any glosses from her brand. But that was a no-go for me. I forgot to tell you, I was wearing the Ocean palette from Dede Cosmetics. This is the last palette I had to used for the night to do my third eye look with. So this is the wrap up of that video. So I finally wrapped it up and I am done for the day. That's why I have lower lash line on, because y'all know I don't never do lower lash line, but since I got to wrap it up early, I went ahead and did some. Look at me, who am I know, right? New eye look, who this? New eye look, who this? So I have on the Arcano palette now, and I have on the pucker highlighter, so that's the lemon one. But on to the next product we have to talk about. So I dropped the lip product underneath to see, and this is the one I dropped. So this is the Slick Click Fat Oil Lip Stick from NYX. I hate this product. It's gritty and I don't feel like it does a good job on lips compared to all the other ones I've tried. So I am thoroughly unimpressed with the product. I thought it sucked.